Hello, thank you so much for joining me. So yesterday, the Fed announced an interest rate increase of 0.25% and said more may be coming. They are not quite where they want to be. We are seeing the downward turn of inflation, so that is the good thing. It peaked up last year in the summertime, and then it has just kind of gone down since then. However, it is still really high. It's still hovering at around 6%, and they want to get it to that 2% point. So they are still raising interest rates. They obviously just raised it just a little bit, a lot less than what they were in the past, and that is because they're trying to supposedly avoid a recession, which many people believe we're already in one. So that is what's going on with this. Now, this, of course, comes as, people are paying an exorbitant amount of money in food and gas. Those prices are still way, way up. So even if they say to us, oh, yeah, inflation is down, it's in the right direction, we're going to raise the interest rate just by 0.25%, and maybe we got more of these coming in the future, it doesn't really help us when it comes to actually going to the grocery store, going to the gas pump. Those of us here in California are seeing skyrocketing natural gas rates. Our heating bills are 5 times higher than they were last month, and it is because, well, they sold all that natural gas off to Europe to keep them warm because they cut them off from Russia, and they ran out of reserves here. And so now, supply and demand, and there's not a lot of supply, there's more demand. California had a colder winter, and suddenly our gas bills are through the roof. So that is on top of already paying through the nose at the pump. Egg prices are skyrocketing, milk prices. Now, here's where things get weird, right? Because some of us want to know, why in the world are these food prices so high? Now, here is a video from Canada. This is not the United States, but you can probably deduce that something very similar is happening here in America as well. Could this be why our milk prices are 20, 30, 40% higher than normal? Watch this.
Hey guys, we're here at Give and Go's Farm in Southern Ontario. We milk about 260 cows. Right now during the winter months, you milk quite a bit more milk because the feed is very consistent. And as you do a good job, you will produce quite a bit of milk. But right now we're over our quota. It's regulated by the government and by the DFO. But the problem is what they don't understand is millions of people look at this milk running away because it's the end of the month. So I have to dump 30,000 liters of milk. It breaks my heart. I will show you. By the way, this here, Canadian milk, it's $7 a liter. When I go for my haircut, people say, wow, $7, Jerry, for a little bit of milk. I say, well, you have to go higher up because we have no say anymore as a dairy farmer on our own farm because they make us dump it. And no matter how we stand up, so this time I'm going public. I want the people to see the pain that us growers have of 365 days. As a little boy, we grew up on a dairy farm, came from Europe, work, and here we are. This is what's happening.
I mean, unbelievable. Maybe this is why food prices are up. It's all about supply and demand, right? I mean, if you have too much milk, well, then you have to lower the cost. Oh, gee, what would it be like if we only paid $1 for milk? Instead, we're paying $7. So this could be one of the reasons why the government controlling that supply and demand, but they're not really controlling it in our favor, potentially. Not sure. We got to look more into that. But people are absolutely struggling. And Biden has a lame plan. He came up with a way to help out the American people. His plan is, here's his plan right here. Credit card companies charge an average of $31 whenever you can't pay your bill on time, on top of interest. It doesn't cost these companies $31 to process a late payment, and my administration is working to cut most of these fees to $8. Okay, he's right. It is true that these credit card companies, and also bank overdraft fees, I mean, it's all a sham, and absolutely something should be done about it. But that's not exactly going to be helping necessarily. I mean, maybe a bit it's going to be helping American families, but it's an odd thing to be tackling when people are unable to buy milk and eggs and put gas in their car and heat their homes. It's weird to be tackling credit card overdraft payments with banks and credit card charges, late fees, a little bit strange. I mean, but In his defense, I suppose, here you've got Nofal Hujami. He points out that people are relying on credit cards and car loans to get by. So maybe there's something to it, I suppose, since more and more Americans are turning to their credit cards in order to pay for their groceries, their gas bills. You can see right here that, in 2010, the rates of credit card use was high. Then it kind of started to dip down. It started to go lower. And then it was on the increase up. We saw that trend going up. Then it went down during the pandemic, of course, but now it's going back up. And then that orange line right there are auto loans. People are having to take out, you got to get around, you've got to have a car. And this is what the auto loan, people are relying on, having to take out loans in order for them to get to their jobs. So maybe Biden's onto something by saying, okay, we're going to alleviate some of these credit card late payment fees. But then here's Ron DeSantis, just one-upping Biden's plan. This is what Ron DeSantis, who may or may not be running for president against Joe Biden in 2024, here's his plan for helping out during this inflation crisis that we're in.
We're also doing one-year sales tax holidays for household items under $25. And so that'll be everything from detergent to trash bags. These are necessities, and people are going to be able to get those tax-free. All dental hygiene products, tax-free. All toiletries, tax-free. Children's books, tax-free. Children's toys, tax-free. All kids' athletic equipment, tax-free. And I think something really, really great, no tax on pet food in the state of Florida. So this is going to be really, really good for families in Florida. And if you do all this stuff, if a family commutes, if they have young kids and all this stuff, you're talking potentially thousands of dollars in savings when all is said and done. So we're proud to be able to produce that.
That seems a bit more helpful than just, hey, we're going to tell these credit card companies to stop gouging you. Granted, absolutely that needs to happen. We need to get rid of these ridiculous charges with credit cards, ridiculous bank charges. Absolutely somebody needs to be tackling that. But right now, when people are having a hard time just buying essentials for their home, maybe it's better to do a tax holiday. Maybe it's better to stop telling growers to dump their produce or dump their milk. Maybe those are the types of things that could happen. Maybe stop selling off our natural gas over to Europe. Maybe, don't destroy pipelines, maybe allow the Europeans their own autonomy to choose where they're going to be getting their own natural resources so that we can have them here, the things that we need here in the United States, so that we don't get price gouged because of whatever ridiculous decisions our leaders are making in Washington. So Ron DeSantis versus Biden in the battle against inflation. I don't know. It looks like Ron DeSantis wins on that one. Ding, ding, ding. All right. Birch Gold is one of the great sponsors of this show, so I want to take a moment to chat about them. In these uncertain times, it's important to take control of your financial future and diversify your investments. With national debt rising and the White House shirking responsibility, it is time to look for solutions, and that's where Birch Gold comes in. By converting your IRA or 401k into a precious metals IRA with Birch Gold, you can invest in physical gold and secure your wealth. It's a simple process, and the team at Birch Gold is there to help every step of the way. Just visit birchgold.com/Kim to get your free info kit and talk to one of their specialists. America's debt is at an all-time high, with each taxpayer responsible for over $247 whopping $1,000. It's not a situation that is likely to improve anytime soon. So don't let yourself get caught up in this mess. Visit Birch Gold to protect your financial future. Trusted by thousands of satisfied customers and boasting an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, Birch Gold is the go-to source for gold investment. So start taking control of your financial future today. Visit birchgold.com/Kim and learn how you can diversify your investments with gold, which I am a big proponent of. All right, coming up, we're going to be talking about woke AI, the stunning liberal bias that's built into artificial intelligence, plus more war posturing towards China. You won't believe it. Officials announced they're going to be adding bases around China in preparation for war. That and more as we go, Rumble exclusive.